Yeah. I see the comments. Welcome to the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff. It's me, Ryan McGuffey, in the Lunch Hour Recap Studios. Here's the deal, folks. The White Sox had availability with GM Chris Getz today. Your boy was down on the south side getting sound for the recap so we could play it back here on the channel, which I plan on doing a podcast with Jonathan Hood and my guy Brian Anderson tomorrow afternoon. Plenty to react from. I see the comments, technical difficulties. Breck Bear, am I okay? I'm fine, guys. Maybe I lost some of my people because you come every day at 12:30. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com, order.hooters.com. We're proud partners of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. There you go. You want to pick it up, have order.hooters.com, deliver straight to your office, etc. I see what's going on here. And that's why I love you guys, because you can take the chat and take it in a lot of different, no flat tires. You guys all over me today. I was out getting work done with our guys, Chris Getz, who met the meeting. Yeah, look, here, proof. Okay, we were down there on the south side, and you can only imagine that the traffic is what it is. Here we are. What's up? Swayze, the Cubs, they can clinch today with a win or a Diamondbacks loss. Not a great day for Matthew Boyd. 4-4 in the fourth. Matthew Boyd's been struggling, but you know what? I think that the Cubs clinch today. I really do. Eric, like Cap always says, find a way to win a damn baseball game. That's what the Cubs need to do today. They can tie it. Becky thinks Boyd needs to go to the pitching lab or something. It's been a very tight strike zone. And yes, I've been paying attention on my drive. Very tight strike zone on both sides of the thing, both sides of the ledger with the Pirates as well getting squat. I'm okay. I appreciate you guys. You guys are something, man. I think once the Cubs do clinch, that there will be some skipped starts. There will be some resting of players. Wayne, I'm sorry. That's why we try to put it out on social. It'll always be at 12:30. I was going to do it from the ballpark. We got meetings here at the studio today. I had to serve the people. I know. Boyd was never going to win the Cy Young, Becky. Okay, Godfather, for being the number one pick, Caleb Williams misses a lot of open receivers. That's what I can't figure out. For those of you wondering about the bet of the day, which is now 7 straight days with a win, 7 in a row, folks. The bet of the day is on fire. That is coming. No, it's not a Cubs bet. I knew that coming in, that we could not make a Cubs bet. I did not do a Sox bet. They're about to start. I did not do a Sox bet either. I had to go. Tomorrow, we go back to football, right? So like Tuesday, Wednesday, I've been playing we got baseball. Got to play baseball. But since we've started, I think we're 3-0 in our baseball, 4-0 in our baseball picks of late. Seattle made it easy last night. Pablo, this man was getting that haircut looking fresh. I got the haircut on Saturday. I'm here for you guys. Randall says, go Cubs, go. Kurt, since the Cubs are giving guys days off to rest, looks like Boyd needs a break. Like I just said, I do think that Matthew Boyd eventually may get a skip start. Lonnie, Cubs always blow the first day to clinch. Just for the record, Lonnie, the Cubs had a chance to clinch last night. They did their job. They beat Paul Skeens, but the Diamondbacks did outlast the Giants late. If the Diamondbacks would have lost, the Cubs would have clinched last night. Porter Hodge in the game. So Matthew Boyd goes just 3 innings of work. And look, quite frankly, I'm surprised he even got that far with what he did today. He just didn't have that type of stuff. How about Moises Ballesteros, by the way? He's forcing himself into a conversation after homering today. Boyd, 3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 5 strikeouts, impressively enough. He had not been striking a lot of guys out. 2 walks. Just was in trouble all day long. Through 83 pitches, I think it was the right thing to do to get him out of there. Swayze, I wouldn't say excited, more like very interested. Talking about the question. About being excited about the Cubs. I want to see how these guys perform when the lights get brighter, because this is a lot. Pablo, when I think about the Bears and get mad, I just remember Guff's face going from utter joy to all-out shock when seeing he was muted last Friday. Thank you. That's funny. Steve, only sports team that has a winning record for the last 2 years before this year to make it 3 straight years. That's the Cubs. Yep. Unbelievable. It's really sad, to be honest with you. Wayne, I'll have to watch the interview with Getz for sure. I think I'm the only Sox fan on here. Tomorrow, I will be taking a podcast, and I will be playing the bulk of the roughly 13, 21, 25. Yeah, it was roughly about a 30-minute meeting with the media yesterday. So I'm going to chop that all up, and I will get it to you guys as part of the podcast. Yeah, Porter Hodge is pitching now. Lonnie, the 2016 team had such personality and connection to the fan base. This team is boring. I also think it's almost a decade removed, and that team was with Theo, who was a personality. That team, you're right, it was full of Rizzos and Schwarbers and just a lot of John Lester. And they were the first. Like, no matter what, the Red Sox can win 1 million World Series from now, but the 2004 Red Sox will always be the Red Sox team that everyone relates to. Brian, welcome to the chat. Kyle Tucker might be out a while. You know, I'll be curious to see when the Cubs clinch here, will they shut Tucker down maybe until those final few games of the year to ramp him back up for the playoffs? I think it's a possibility. I really do. Javier Lifestyle, I want to thank you for the Seattle Mariners bet. I hit on that bet and also hit on the parlay with Cubs, Mariners, and Braves. There we go, Javier. You got to share those bets with us, kid. I got another bet coming just in a few minutes here. Said this at the top, Nathan, but for a change, I'm actually a fan of today's lineup. How about that? Is that correct council credit? Going back to the lineup today for those just joining or not watching, Michael Busch, Nico Horner, Ian Happ, Ballesteros, Suzuki, PCA, Swanson, McGuire, Shaw. Actually, I kind of like that lineup a lot too. I do like that lineup. It's not bad. By the way, Ian Happ, who dominates the Pittsburgh Pirates in his career, another home run. This guy has been on fire for all the crushing that's been happening to Ian Happ. His last 15 games, he has a slugging of 720. Last 720 slug, 618 slug last 15, 577 slug last 30. He has over 1,000 OPS in his last 100 plus at bats. It's pretty good stuff. Kurt wants to know when Ryan Pohl's seat starts getting hot after another bad start, bad drafts, for the most part, terrible trades. Well, he made one really good trade, but he just signed an extension. I don't think his seat's hot at all. As hot as we want it to be, there should be some accountability in the draft. You got a hot GM candidate right underneath him in Ian Cunningham that multiple teams have interviewed in the last couple of years. Nathan, 2016 had dudes that you could plug into the lineup and play with decent consistency. This team doesn't have that. Steve, Cubs should have shut Tucker down when he got hit in Baltimore. That's a completely different argument, and I think a lot of people would agree with you. Javier, the lineup has been better the last few days, actually. I think it's funny. They've won, and so everyone's been able to take a deep breath. Like, they're a season high 23 games under over 500. They're better than every team in the American League except Toronto. They're better than every team in the National League except Philadelphia and Milwaukee. I mean, they are 3 games better than the LA Dodgers right now. 3. Look at the Diamondbacks still in the mix for the wild card. They were dead and buried. They sold, and they're a game and a half back because the Mets have been absolutely atrocious. Even though they've won 2 straight, they're just 5 games over 500. And then you look at my guys, the Texas Rangers are just, they got so hot, and then they realized they could not stay as hot as the Astros and the Seattle Mariners. And the Mariners, my goodness, 10 in a row. My goodness. So the Cubs, we'll see. I think it'd be cool to celebrate it in an afternoon in Pittsburgh when they have to make the short jaunt from Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, which will happen after today's game. I would expect the Cubs to celebrate the fact they clinch if they do win today. Can they outlast the Pittsburgh Pirates for one more game? I kind of want the Diamondbacks to make it since I'm a Cubs fan now living in Phoenix. That would be interesting, Javier. And by the way, I appreciate you being part of this chat the last couple of days. It's been fun to have some new faces along the way. And I know I lost some of my regulars, probably Kyle. Steve, another newbie, how many RBIs would Bush have if he was batting 2 through 5, not leading off? But he has been a good table setter. He has 11 home runs from the leadoff spot. He's definitely sacrificed some of his own numbers by being in that spot. Jay True, if you would have told me we'd win mid-90s with top wild card, I would have been happy, but yet I feel like I've complained the whole time. But we're still under the luxury tax, like Godfather says. And that's what's funny. It's a great comment because if I would have presented you the scenario, Cubs win 93 and they're the top wildcard team, everyone would have been before the season. Absolutely, 100%. But it's the process. Phil, Godfather is definitely telling the truth. If they make a deep playoff run, they'll truly be flexing. But they should. Guys, they should flex if they make a deep playoff run. I really believe that. I do. Deep to me is LCS. So not division. It'd be wild card and division series wins. Godfather, hope the Cubs celebrate if they make the playoffs and not win the division. Ricketts will say, see, I did it under the luxury tax. Jay True wishes the Cubs had the pre- and post-game crew of the Sox rather than Cubs Live. It's insufferable. I got some friends that work over at Marquee, but I just saw my guy Chuck, a dear friend of mine, before I came on. 100%. Becky says, I think it's the Padres for the wild card. Then we win that. On to the NLDS to play the Brewers. That will be awesome. Nathan says this game won't be done till 6 with the current pace. That's funny. It's true. It's true. Swayze, I hear a lot of pundits talking about Colston Loveland and his lack of targets. The common denominator is Caleb. He just doesn't see the tight ends very well. A year after Kmet had a career year with Fields, he vanished. I wonder too, I hear what you're saying there. I'm going to go look right now because I'm curious because Cole Kmet has disappeared from the game plan, or is it the targets? And when I go back and look at 2024, Caleb's rookie year, targets in the first 2 games, 6. Interesting. And then there was a talk about, tight ends. He had 10 catches in the 3rd game against Indianapolis. But he only had 55 targets at all last year. And when you go to 2023, to your point, he had 90 targets. So, and when I watch the All-22, because that's a good analysis right there, Swayze, the middle of the field is like his Achilles heel, man. Because I see a lot of open middle. I see a lot in the middle of the field that I'd be like, that guy. When the Cubs make the playoffs, it sure seems like they clinch in Pittsburgh. I know Pittsburgh's got to be getting sick of it. Justin made his tight end rich. Caleb is making them obsolete. Well, not a good situation since the Bears just, if that's the case, they blew a draft pick, and they may have anyway. Another round of price increases coming for Cub Nation. I could see that. As always, most teams do raise their prices. Wonder if Jed Hoyer is kicking himself for Schwarber. Look at what he's done. Only 2016 player who is still going strong. First of all, that's crazy. The only 2016 player. But then it has been 9 years. Yeah, I think the Cubs collectively as an organization are kicking themselves for Kyle Schwarber. What I do think, and somebody brought it up yesterday here on the show, if Kyle Tucker's not back with the Cubs, which is very feasible, what if the Cubs brought back Kyle Schwarber? Because there's a marriage there. I think it'd be awesome. Some real possibility. Wayne, the Hooters lunch hour with Guff is spreading from coast to coast and way up north where I retired. Let's go. Wisconsin. Appreciate you, Wayne. I'm sorry I know you did all your chores today. You got out of the house so you can make it back by 12:30, and it's 1:15 and we're still talking. I apologize. I was going to pull a car over and do it from the car. Cap wasn't happy about that. Kurt, but how far could the Cubs have gone if Jed had went all in at the deadline? We don't know. That question will not be answered until the Cubs are knocked out, if they're knocked out of the postseason, and we'll know why they were knocked out. Was it offense? Was it lack of bullpen? Was it starting pitching depth? Michael says there's a Joe Madden lookalike. I do see him. A Joe Madden lookalike behind home plate at today's Cubs game. Maybe it is Joe. Maybe it's Joe. Jay True, but you know what hasn't increased? The black cherry margaritas. Look at this. Jay True is the instant lead-in to my everyday read halfway through the show about Hooters. We love Hooters. Proud partners of the REKAP Lunch Hour. The $8 drink of the month is the black cherry margarita. Had one. It's fantastic, actually. The OG wings, the boneless wings, and the hamburger, all of which I would love to have right now since I haven't eaten anything all day. The lunch specials every day from 11 to 3. The Big Daddy mugs full of Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, Dos Equis. Of course, the Oktoberfest, because 'tis the season. I got a buddy in Germany right now. Oktoberfest in Germany starts this weekend. Or you could just go to Hooters now and start it early. Why wouldn't you? OriginalHooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com, straight to your house, straight to your door. Or you can swing by, pick it up, have a Big Daddy mug, and take it home with you. Appreciate Hooters. Big fan. Who is my World Series favorite? Phillies are hard to argue against. I really thought the Texas Rangers because of their pitching, but they have so many banged up guys in their offense. They're not going to make the postseason. There's a lot of inexperience. Nathan, I love your pick. I love the Phillies. I really do. They're such a great veteran group. I thought the Phillies were going to be, I thought the White Sox were going to be who the Phillies are now. At one point, I bought that hype. The Dodgers, to me, are always going to be there. Phillies would be my pick. So I'm right there with you. Mike says Assad, Boyd, Porter, Kittredge, Imanaga. What I'm saying is they have no pitching. I wouldn't say they have no pitching. Cade Horton's been a stud. Boyd's been a great player all year. Imanaga is going to give up a homer or two, but he's going to give you a quality start. The bullpen is where I would have my questions. James with the Cubs are straight garbage. Unless you're a Sox fan, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure there. They're straight the fourth best team in baseball. I mean, Nathan, say what you want about Kittredge, but did anyone expect him to be as decent as he's been coming to Chicago? He's been a great fill-in, too, in the bullpen. I'm going to bring up Andrew Kittredge right now with the Chicago Cubs. To your point, 20 games, 2-1 with a 2.89 ERA, 18 2/3, 26 strikeouts, really good strikeout numbers. He does have 5 saves. That was the part I did not expect, Nathan, to your point. Wayne, the tight ends have to be included in Caleb's checkdowns. Right now, he's only seeing Rome if you want to. But at least we're seeing that Rome is good. Right along with the Bears. James coming in with some hate today. Jay True, you and Cap in a car riding together as Harold and Kumar vibes. With Cap's purse, you mean? You guys see that on the content machine yesterday on Instagram? Purse or whatever you call it, men's bag. Landon, maybe it's Joe Madden, maybe it's Matt Eberflus, maybe it's the dad from Get Out. There he is. They're just showing him right now. I'm not sure he's a Joe Madden lookalike, but maybe a spinoff. But Joe Madden from Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Bears going to be 0-5 watch. Oh, 0-5 watch. Landon, Harold and Kumar go to Hooters. Sports Broadcast Solutions says if the Bears can't put big points up against the Cowboys defense without Micah and just gave up 37 points to the hapless Giants, I think the Giants are better than people think. Is Caleb leading closer towards – I'm not putting him a bust. I need to see what the game looks like. I'm not going to say he's a bust 3 games into the Ben Johnson era. But he's also not even close to the reason they lost that game the other day. I do like – it's going to be a high-scoring affair. We will be at Hooters October 7th in Downers Grove. Make your plans to be with us. They should just send the Rookie of the Year award to Cade Horton now. It's definitely his to win. He is the betting favorite as well. Garbage. People need to stop being delusional. The Cubs are the best team in Chicago. Hate them or love them. First time they'll be in the postseason since 2020. First postseason team we've had since the White Sox in 2021, which feels like 17 years ago. Whatever happens, that we finally will have a playoff team in Chicago. Steve. How long before people are calling for Bagent to start? Aren't we already doing that here? I feel like that's already been going on here. But do you think Tyson Bagent, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you think Tyson Bagent right now has the Bears at 2-2 or 2-0 or 1-1? I don't. Their defense has given up 79 freaking points. I want to see Schwarber put another one on top of the Budweiser sign. Bring him home. Hopefully it's not in the postseason against the Phillies this year, Bird Dog. I hear you. Becky agrees. Well, let's go to the bet of the day because you know what? The Aviators have been flying like mad. And I'm taking a chance here, giving a plus money baseball bet out, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it because the money line, which I like in this game, is a heavy juice at minus 170. The Red Sox lost to the A's last night. in a 2-1 low-scoring affair. The A's are just one of those pesky teams. They've actually, like the White Sox, had a pretty good second half offensively. They're just 9 games under. They've won 5 in a row. The Red Sox, who are in the wild card, and I'd say they're in the wild card comfortably, except the Cleveland Guardians have won 5 in a row and are only 2.5 back. The Red Sox need this game. I'm riding with my old friend Lucas Giolito tonight. We have won 7 in a row, folks. 7 in a row. Look at the numbers. We're 10-2 in September. 10-2, man. That is no easy feat. Winning 7 bets in a row. Also, no easy feat. Another night of no football. That changes tomorrow. You see the football numbers there. I'm putting this out there as a plus money bet, which in the 7-game win streak here, we've had 3 bets that are plus money. So add a 4th to the ledger. We're going with the Aviators. They're back. 7 straight dubs. We had a winning 5-0 week last week. We're 2-0 this week, and it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to put it in existence. Let's go. Javier's got the Red Sox as well as his bet of the day. Javier, let's keep the parlays rolling, my man. What do you got for your parlay? Jay True was looking at the AL MVP, and Riley looks good, but his 951 OPS is still 172 points less than Judge. That's going down to the wire. It's not. 172 points less than Judge tells you that Aaron Judge is the MVP. It really does. Landon, Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Yes. They got all my money in Hazleton. Hawk. Javier, defense of the Bears that suck. That's what I'm telling you. All this call for Tyson Bagent. I mean, look at Jaden Daniels' number right now next to Caleb. They're the same. I'm talking about this year. Jaden Daniels is going to miss this week's game, as are a boatload of quarterbacks. Ohtani, of course, will win. By the way, this is going to be, it's going to piss people off that he's winning again, the MVP, but he's Babe Ruth. All right? He's Babe Ruth. So be mad about it, but Ohtani's unlike anything we've ever seen. And the same with Aaron Judge. Like, the big dumper has been awesome. The problem is he's no Aaron Judge, which is why, like, I don't think that's going down to the wire. And quite frankly, I'm going to tell you why it's not. Because even the betting markets tell you it's not. Judge is minus 1,000. Cal Rally's plus 450. There's 9 games left, folks. Not going down to the wire, Jay. It's not. Javier, I have the Cubs, Mariners, Blue Jays, Red Sox, and Diamondbacks plus 3.5 for your parlay. All right. Well, you need something. You need the Cubs right now. The Mariners are the hottest team in baseball. Blue Jays are in first. The Red Sox, you and I, stars align right there. Jordo, yes. Ian Happ, 23 bombs. And for all the crap Ian Happ got going into this, well, quite frankly, he's almost a 4-WAR player, folks. He's a 121 OPS plus. In the second half, he's got an OPS of 885. Ian Happ has not been the problem. Sometimes there is voter fatigue. MJ should have won every MVP from 86 on. Agreed. But you can't have voter fatigue when guys are doing things no one else has done. Now, that's where Cal Raleigh comes into the argument. He's been doing things no one else has done, but not at the impressive clip that Aaron Judge is. Ohtani is minus 50,000. That's laughable. Lastly, on the Aaron Judge, just to put it in perspective, Aaron Judge has an 1127 OPS for the year. Cal Raleigh's hitting 247. Aaron Judge is hitting 326. That's 79 points. He is almost 100 points higher on base percentage, and he has a slugging percentage 86 point higher. Like, I'm sorry. I know 56 home runs is historic from the catcher position. Aaron Judge has 21 more runs scored. He has 27 more hits, 6 more doubles, 2 more triples, 8 fewer homers, 15 fewer RBIs, 21 more walks, 19 less strikeouts. The Yankees are going to the playoffs. So are the Mariners. That's the deal. It'll be Judge and Ohtani again. Time to put a bow on this one. Cubs 4-4 bottom 5. Jay True, I agree with both will win. I know. Trust me. I would like nothing more than Kyle Schwarber to win MVP of the National League. I really would. Kyle Schwarber's been fantastic. And most years, it's not even a debate. He wins. But he's got 2 unicorns that he's up against. And Kyle Schwarber, 53 bombs, 128. His year looks like Frank Thomas of the past. 100 runs scored, 100 RBIs, 100 walks. Except Frank hit like 345 instead of 245, which is what Kyle Schwarber is doing. There's the bet of the day. We are going for our 8th consecutive win here, folks. I don't want to poo-poo that, and you shouldn't either. Red Sox run line plus 120. Lucas Giolito, our old friend, on the hill tonight. Aaron Savali's pitching now. Yeah, the big hurt bat at 350, career 301 hitter. Appreciate you guys. Sorry for the delay. That's the price of getting content for this great channel. Tomorrow, we will do a White Sox recap podcast. Me, BA, Jonathan Hood. I will play all of the Chris Getz. All the stuff Chris Getz said. You want to know about if he's spending, what he thinks about this team, the fast forwarding of the rebuild. It's all in there. Red Sox are bust tonight. Let's go for our 8th consecutive win. Hopefully the Cubs are celebrating here in a matter of minutes. Maybe in the next hour, they're celebrating going to the postseason for the first time in 5 years. Appreciate you guys greatly. Enjoy the weather. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. It's the Recap Lunch Hour. We do it every day at 12:30. Unless I'm at the ballpark trying to make our way back. Have a great day. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Ordered.hooters.com. Happy hump day. It's a Thursday edition. Football's back tomorrow. Go Red Sox. Go Cubs.